Hi, and welcome back to Daily Thoughts with Mbongs. I'm your host, Mbongeni Yegelo, also goes by Mbongs. On this podcast, I'll be talking about my thoughts on life, wellness, and other things on my mind. And thank you so much for taking your time to listen to my podcast. Hope to leave you feeling a little bit inspired. Now, let's get to today's thought, shall we?
Today's thought is stop expecting yourself from others. Too many times we find ourselves having certain expectations from the people around us, from certain spaces we go into. Though that might be okay depending on how you look at it, but it also could be a detriment in situations where you have these expectations that people should do certain things or should receive certain things in a certain way or in a specific way, primarily because that's how you would receive it. Of course, there's different ways to this, but where I'm coming from with it is you need to allow that people are different. You need to allow that what is important to you may not be important to somebody else, even if that person is close to you. And also, not only on the matter of importance, but the degree of importance is not the same. So what's important to you can be important to somebody else, but its degree is different. So therefore, you cannot expect them to react to the situation the way you would. Same thing happens with work. You have senior management having certain expectations with the people underneath management. So how can you be above everybody and expect everyone to put in the same effort as you are, yet you don't get paid the same? I see the same thing with my business. Currently, I've got no one hired, but if I were to hire a person now, I don't expect them to work as hard as I do, because it's not their business. It's not their hustle. The aspect of the job is important to them, but the magnitude of it is not the same. Similarly, in relationships where your partner, something is more important to your partner than it is to you, or vice versa. Somehow, because we're in a relationship, suddenly one tends to feel that it should just be as important. They should react to this just as I would. But it's not always the case. It's not scalable it's impractical to have everybody around you react in certain ways that are comfortable for you just because to you it matters. And I'm very much aware that the argument could be made on the importance of making sure that we march in the same direction in the same way as people as in the work culture. But our perception of things, our experiences of things allows us to react differently to certain situations. and everybody should then be given a room to react and do things the way that makes sense to them, without being expected to act or react based on how the other person feels. The people around you should be able to be themselves, no matter how uncomfortable that is to you. But if they are themselves, and then they're giving you the true version of themselves. So stop expecting yourself in those people because of you doing this like that, and then you expect them to do it that way. And it also becomes less authentic from there on. You want somebody to be authentic to you, yet you expect them to do things as you would. That's counterintuitive. So allow people to be who they are and react how it makes sense to them. Then, of course, we could then argue, we could then move to the next level of what is right and what is wrong, but primarily allowing people around you to be themselves. You can set your standards, not to say drop your standards or anything like that, but allow people to be themselves in the parameters that you put in, and then making sure that you don't expect yourself in those people. You don't expect your employees to work as hard as you do because it's not their company. You don't expect whoever that's handling your finances to be as driven as you are, because the consequences of it, they are different for you than them. So always try at all times to limit expecting yourself from other people.
Once again, thank you so much for listening to today's Daily Thought. I'm your host, Mbongeni Yegelo, and I look forward to engaging with you. So leave a comment, and catch you next time on Daily Thoughts with Mbongs.